If you can't answer those questions, if you can't tell me how you are of value to a relationship, to a household, to a family, then why am I wasting my time? I can tell you how I am. I can tell you what kind of husband I want to be. I can tell you how I will structure things as a leader. I can tell you those things now, but a lot of women can't do that. So that's what I'm saying. People want what they want, and I get that, but they got to understand it's partnership to get to what you want. You can be a great woman to help me get to a place where you don't have to work, you don't have to lift a finger, do anything. And I'm going to remember those times when you held me down, not necessarily financially, but in other ways. So because you did that, now for the rest of your life, you have nothing to worry about because you put the work in to get there. But see, a lot of women want to come in saying, hey, look at me, I'm pretty. What are you going to do for me? That's not going to work over here. It's just not. You got some men that will do that. And you have women that laugh at them too, saying they're tricks, saying, they spin on them all day. No, you can say that about me, but one thing you're going to know about me is that you want to pour into me as I pour into you. If not, I'm gone.
Ain't nothing wrong with tricking.
I mean, you tell me how you're a good employee because you go and you make a check, but that doesn't pour into me. That doesn't pour into the relationship.
It does, because me being good at what I do pours into the mortgage, pours into the bills you're saying you want me to pay 100% of. If I'm not good at what I do, you can't have those things. Not for me.
So what if she can do it herself anyway?
I'm sorry. What was that?
So, but what if she's capable of doing that herself anyway?
We all are.
Yeah. So
we all are.
But
so that's why I say I don't understand what the issue is, even if someone is saying 50-50, because you're not paying 50% of what you would normally have to pay by yourself. It's still some weight being lifted off your shoulder. But no, you want all the weight lifted off, and then you add the weight onto him. Not to mention that he has to hear your problems. Not to mention he has to solve the problems you need for him to solve. And do all of this being the ideal man. Some of you guys may feel like, I don't need my man to do all of this. Women's mindsets and needs and desires change throughout the relationship. A man has to be able to keep up with those changes. So because of that, we're on constant all the time. So what I'm saying is that just pour into me as much as I pour into you. I don't think that's unfair.
Can I give you 100?
Hold on. Like you're just simply saying lighten each other's load. That's it. Is lighten each other's load. I don't see what the problem is.
It shouldn't be one way. It just shouldn't. But if it is one way, like financially.
Yes, co-host. Yes, co-host. Go for it, co-host. Yes, Jay. No, you're the co-host.
I'm just trying to figure out how is it one way. If we're asking for the financial burden to be like lightened up.
A provider.
Right.
For a provider. Yeah. And let's be 100. I'm sorry.
You're not bringing to you because you have to contribute to the house that you also live in. The space that you should keep clean as well, because as a real man, you should be having your house clean.
Wait a minute. Wait. So you're saying I should be doing equal
work
in that?
Wait, Black, before you jump, let her land that plane. We need to know what she actually said, because we needed to land that plane and crash.
I'm just going to figure out, because it's not like if she has her own, because the whole statement was she's a real man is taking care of the bills while she has her own. That means she's still going out day to day to provide for her own as well. She's out there in the field doing her thing or whatever. She's working her profession and whatever and stuff like that. So when she comes home, she's just supposed to cook, clean, be ready for you whenever, all this stuff, take care of the kids, do all these things while you just kick your feet up because you got to get ready to go back to work.
What?
No, I didn't say that at all.
So
now you're giving a perspective of a woman's doing 50% of the work. If she's doing 50% of the work, now we're talking about partnership. We're talking about ideal partnership, because, okay, I can't expect her to want to do things any more than I want to do things after a long day of work.
I think you're missing something, Black.
So I get that. So
we're
talking.
Work.
My understanding is that if we're both working, what are you contributing to the family? What are you putting back into the family? I still haven't had an answer to that yet. Maybe if I have an answer to that, maybe we can find some common ground. But I haven't heard that yet.
She is the family.
She's organizing the house. She's organizing bills. She organizing what you need. She organizing what the kids need. She's taking care of making sure the kids, like, she's still, even though, yeah, we say the man is the head of the household, but honestly, it's truly the woman, because she's the one that's making sure those little tiny things that men always forget about, they're taken care of.
Okay.
All you're doing, so you're both working. You're paying the bills, right? You're paying the bills. So you're both working, you're paying the bills. She's literally operating the house and everything else that moves around there. And your question is, why should you not contribute also to making things rotate in there? Or it's still all her responsibility. She does everything you do, plus what she does, and you want to know what she brings to the table?
Okay. I did mention this earlier that y'all weren't gonna like me tonight. I'm sorry, but that does not equate to what I do on a day-to-day basis. I'm sorry. What you can do is you can come up with a plan, and we can work that plan out. When you come up with the plan, that can be a day. You want to say a day, a plan to have to manage the house, how we're gonna do a day-to-day, and work that plan out together. That's fine. But what you're saying, doing every day, it won't be such a big task because you're there every day. If you're not working, you're not working. If you are working, your finances are going to your pocketbook, your handbags, and your girls' trips and everything that don't have anything to do with it, man. But because you take care of the house, I'm going to be okay with it. No, it doesn't work that way.
Well, it sounds the same way because it sounds the same way as you saying, because I'm paying all the bills, I don't have to live in this house. It sounds the same.
Exactly. So I'm saying it can't be one way extreme for anyone. It can't be all on me, and you can't have all the fun. Okay.
It's not like ego.
It's not. It's not ego at all. It's about partnership, and I keep leaning back to that. And you guys are twisting some things.
No. I got where you're coming from. And
I think you say you were gonna be the enemy tonight. I don't know why you're making surprise. He said y'all ain't gonna like me tonight. I don't know why you feeling surprised getting attacked.
Because he must have missed the panel. He missed what I was saying before the panel came on too. Because you keep saying that you didn't hear the partnership. I talked about partnership.
I didn't hear. Yeah. When y'all on, I don't come on until it's time to come on. I know.
So that's the thing. That's why I kept making crazy faces every time you was talking about this partnership and stuff like that. Because we both, as men and women, and I'm gonna let Seaway talk because she hasn't yet. But as men and women, we are both a little bit delusional when we walk into relationships like this, thinking that one person's just going to be responsible for 100% of whatever it is. We're a team. We're a unit. We're now one. So we have to divide this whole 100%. However, it has to be divided between the two of us. And it's always best that if you're good at this is what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? If she's good at managing the finances, but you're good at making the money, maybe you just need to make the money, bring her the finances, and let her do what she does.
Mm-hmm.
If you're good at washing the dishes as a man, then wash your dishes as the man. If she's going to cook, you can wash.
Mm-hmm.
This is a thing that we have to discuss as we define what this relationship is going to look like moving forward. So we have to sit down and have a whole game plan together as a unit on how we're going to execute and get the championship done. Period. Hey, Seaway, how you doing, sis?
Interesting.
Who on this panel is married?
Well, not me.
You and Seaway.
Oh, just us two? Okay. The women.
Mm-hmm.
And then one last thing. Defensively on the we was giving her hell on the show for saying my job and your job is not the same.
We're gonna be married soon.
Come up here.
Yeah, the men gonna be married soon. Don't worry about that. You know. Sorry, Seaway. Anyway, welcome to the show, Seaway. The question we were asking, which has been a very explorative conversation, was real men pay all the bills and let their women keep theirs. I wanted to get your perspective, your thoughts on that title, and your perspective as well. Please let her land, guys, and then we can open it up again to talk again.
Now, I hate questions without nuance, right? And so I know, and you love these questions without nuance. So they get the people going. So I get why you do it. Now, do real men pay the bills? I don't like that question because I think men can be in different stages of their life where that may not be plausible, especially in, you know, Orange Man's 2025 economy. It may not be plausible. I don't want to say that that's not a real man, but what I will say is real men seek to lighten their woman's load, and real men seek to take care of the woman they're with to the best of their ability. And that's what I would say. That's what a real man does. And if he has the ability to pay all the bills, I think a real man will. I think there's a lot of people, a lot of men who make a lot of money, very stingy and wouldn't do anything for you. And there's some men that don't have a lot of money and they'll give you what they can to lighten your load, whether that's taking on a couple of the bills that are normally yours just to lighten your load. So that's what I would say. That's definitely what I would say. I think a man looks to make dick stop you down. Yeah, a man wants to make his girl's life easier. Seeks to take care of you. I think that's important.
I love that. Now I haven't heard from Diona much and Jeff. And I'm gonna go to J Mills after. So Diona first, Jeff, and then we'll leave it uninterrupted. We'll let you guys have some thoughts. What have you been hearing, Diona, from the panel? I know there was a bit of an engagement that was going on, and there was some conversation that was going on. What were your thoughts? What was going through your mind?
Most of it is like y'all was doing things based off of theory instead of like y'all experiences. So like Black was saying, he was saying, you know, girls think they could just come in the picture, think they look cute. And it's like, I don't know any female that thinks like that. And I know people may look at people exterior and judge them and be like, oh, she thinks she's this and that until you get to know a person. But it's like, I don't be around females that be like, oh, since I'm cute, he gonna give me everything I want. Like, that's not realistic. That's delusional. So I think when it comes to dating, of course, it's not going to be a man giving, 100%. Of course, he's trying to fill you out. He's trying to basically, see if you're the right type tempo for them. And once he do confirm that, then it's like, all right, he's taking care of everything. Because at the end of the day, the man it's nothing that turns a woman on more than a provider. Like a provider turns a woman on naturally. So at the end of the day, they usually pay for, the bills. And the women do contribute when it comes to the household, things you need for the household, or little electric bill or water bill and kid stuff. But yeah, real men, I think, pay the big tab.
How would you? Jeff, as you've been hearing the conversation, been hearing the dialogue, what's your thoughts on this, man?
All I just think is that there's a lid for every pot. And it's just a matter of just teamwork at the end of the day. And I do agree that a man wants and desires to want to lighten the load for his woman that he loves, financially even as well too. So it's just knowing what your means are, know what the situation is, and have a goal and a strategy to get there and work together accordingly. And how both people run the household is how they run the household. That's it. That's it for me.
Okay, fantastic. J Mills, I know you was slipping in one or two things in there. As you were hearing the conversation that was going back and forth, wanted to hear a bit more of extended thoughts from yourself. What were you trying to put into the conversation, the atmosphere?
I think Seaway made a lot of valid points. Everybody contributes differently, and it depends on the dynamics of the relationship. But again, striving, if someone should strive to put in 100%. I know individuals who come off the back swing and saying, oh, 50 this, 50 that, or whatever the case is. Okay, well, you 50 want a roommate, and you want to 50 go get talked to whoever I want to talk to in a 50 manner. So I think there's, like you said, it's a turn on for men to do that. It's a level of respect that is given to those who can do that. And again, what Black was mentioning, it's about the caliber of women that you're talking to, for why you think some women would come in with a high demand of what they expect or what they should be treated. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if you had a daughter or whatnot, you would want her to be raised to be able to hold her own, but also to want a man who can provide, or take the place of who you were to her. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm at with it for now.
Okay, I definitely hear you. So let me throw a spanner in the works.